Good afternoon. You join me just going down my garden. This is my cabin, my little pond. Needs a bit of tidying up. But yeah, we're not here to look at the garden today. We're going to look at the model cabin. So, right, let's have a workshop tour. So, it's not very big. It doesn't need to be. So as we come in, obviously you've got quite a few windows in here, but I've got my little Lego Ferrari minis, a couple down there. That out there, that is actually a cat hut that I built. Meant to put something over the top, but I just haven't got around to it yet. These are old windows, hence why they're all misty. Got them off Facebook Marketplace for about £15. So on the other side, got some shelving with some models to be done. Got the ARV Scimitar, got a SAS Land Rover by Tamiya, MQ9 Reaper. I've actually already built one of these, it's just not painted up yet. We've got a Harrier GR7 or GR9, whichever way you want to build it. My Airfix, Royal Navy Westland Lynx. I don't actually who makes this kit. Hobby Boss. So that'll be easy. Got a little Speed Champions BMW there. Got that there. I'll show you a bit more about that later. Just in case you notice that, that's basically bits for my car camping I do. They just go in the back of the car to allow my bed to be flat. I'm just warming it up. I haven't been in here today. A little plug-in heater. So I got one of them, but they're not very good. So as you turn around, I've got my little Lego men looking out the window. And then I've got Lego architecture on the shelf. Obviously, if you don't know, you've got London, Paris, New York, and Malaysia.
This is Singapore.
Dubai, I think. Yeah. And see our poster. Got my little makeshift spray booth down there. Airbrush. Got a big shelf up here. That was originally for big models, but I've got an unfinished Land Rover Defender RC, the Lego Formula One McLaren, and then I've got an old Skyline. See a few kits ready to do. Porsche, another Nissan Skyline, Escort, Subaru, another Escort, and Mitsubishi Evo. Got some Lego cars, got to put another one in the middle there, hanging on the wall. So obviously we've got the Ford GT, got the Lamborghini, can't actually remember what one is, it might be the Cyan. We've got the Corvette and the Mercedes F1. Obviously Speed Champions, so we've got the AMG set, Koenigsegg, Ferrari, NASCAR, Porsche with a little Model F1 car, Lotus, Aston Martin, Lamborghini, old Ferrari and Fiesta. So we've got a bit of decoration on the walls. This sort of stuff I picked up along the way. You know, Shuttleworth, it's not far from me. Lakenheath, go there a bit. Yeah, got a few bits of decor. Got an original kit which I won't build, it'll just hang there. I've got 3 Spitfires already. Yeah. Got a TV with YouTube, smart DVD. Got a couple of, I've got Ghostbusters. And my daughter got me this little diorama for Christmas. So that sits in there. Storage under there. That was originally going to be a bench, but it might change now. The internet, obviously you've got a couple of paints and normal bits within hand's reach. So what we got on here, obviously a bit of masking tape, some modelling wire, some, I think that's 3mm, they're both 3mm, no that's 2. So 2mm and 3mm masking. So obviously we've got the thinner, the airbrush cleaner, cement, 2 types of panel line, brown and black, decal fix. That's gone hard, need to throw it out. That's what I just put stuff on and blue tack to paint. That is for my next model. That I've just finished. Pretty cool. And that's from the McLaren car. Down there, obviously a few little bits and bobs. So, and then what we got here? Down here really just all the bits for modelling. Obviously we've got all the paintbrushes, knives, resin saws, scissors, cutters, you know, normal stuff you find. I've got a Tamiya scriber tool to redoing panel lines and stuff like that. Nice set of metal tweezers, had these years. A pair of cutters, they're actually free. I think I might have bought stuff from a hobby shop and they were giving them out free, but they're pretty good. And then I've got a, well, he says he's got a resin saw, it's not actually in here at the moment. So another set of cutters as well, some paint pens, yeah, that's that. And then these are just divided up into, as you can see, different colours. The RM just stands for ready mixed. So again, we've got green, silver, blacks, a couple of others there. And that's just the spares box. So these are all new. So I've got clear yellow, rubber black. I think that's, yeah, semi-gloss. And then obviously you can see light blue. I think that's normal gloss. Oh no, that's flat base. That was, yes, that is actually for the next model. I'll get that out, put that up there next to that. So we got red, we got royal light grey, another glue, and another couple of masking tapes. So that's that. And then we've got this box here. This is sprue spares. So we've got sprue spares and obviously the decals that you don't use, because not obviously in some kits you get a choice. So yeah, I've got quite a few of those. US Army, I've got an old Tank Commander, armoured sides of a Challenger 2, F-15 cockpit. Yeah, it's just a mixture of different bits and pieces, little pilots where I've not wanted to use them, a few in there, one painted. Yeah, a couple of missiles, vents for Land Rover sides from the Hobby Boss Land Rover, quite a few bits in there from that. Yeah, just keep all them, you can use them on other models, always good to keep some bits. So that's that. And then I've got some camouflage net. open the box, see what we got in here. So I've got quite a few packs of Blu Tack. It was on offer. I actually got it all at once. I've got a magnifying stand which I use for like pilots and miniature pieces. Rubbing sponge, sanding sponge, different grades of net. Old needle file set. There's actually only 2 in there. I think the others are all in that other box. Got a mask kit instructions here. Eduard mask. I've obviously used that. MV. Yeah, it's for my Osprey. So here I have got, I think. Yep. So I'm doing this all on my phone, one-handed. So that's an airbrush. So only a cheapie. I think it's about £15. I mean, I've had it over a year. Never used it. Basically, I just got it. And then that was my first airbrush, but that's just parts now. I have a pack I've removed before flight. You can't really see it, it's quite small. And then there's my razor saw blades. And then we've got some fishing weights for putting the nose weight on. Some more rubbing sponges. Another pack of them. Batteries. And then, here I've got a selection of paint masks for little 172. I think we've got a Messerschmitt. What have we got here? Messerschmitt, Hawker Hurricane, and Focke-Wulf. So they're all ready for when I'm ready to build those. Again, they were on offer, so I got a few at once. Got a few tyres. Can't remember what they're for. Then let's have a look at a couple of the kits that we've got. So I had to have a break. My wife bought me a lovely cup of tea and a little treat. It's a little marshmallow chocolate. So this is the next kit I'm doing. Blue Angels FA18 Hornet. Yeah, I'm literally just wanted, I quite like them, so just fancy doing one. Instruction manual. This is going to be pretty straightforward, there's not a lot to it. Obviously everything here is the same, the only difference is the numbers, so I'll choose which number to put on. And then the instructions obviously start with the normal, the cockpit, pilot, the sides of the cockpit, and then we put the fuselage together, nose cone, air brake, wings, tail fins, and then we go on to the undercarriage. And then you obviously choose if you want the cockpit up or down. I think I'm going to do it with the ladder out, so just something different. We got that is where they have the smoke come out for the displays, and it reacts with the heat from the exhaust, and yeah, that's how they display it. And then that one, it says to basically fill in the holes where the pylons would normally go, because it's a demonstration aircraft, it doesn't have pylons. It's showing these Sidewinder missiles. Every picture I've seen of the aircraft doesn't actually show them on it, but just for, I think I might add them anyway. And we've got obviously what colours to paint. Going to be a really hard one, this one. So yeah, blue. We have some details on the exhaust, yellow. But yeah, other than that, you can see on here, as I was saying about before, the unused sprue parts, everything shaded blue is not used in this kit. So look, we've got pretty much a whole sprue there that's not used. So it's not, they look like, I mean, that look like just fuel tanks really. I think it's only got 2 Sidewinder missiles. I think they're there. Out them? No, oh no, they're up there. So, but yeah, so that's the next kit I'm going to do. And I've already said there was another one. Let's turn that off now. There's this one. This is an anniversary kit. So the D-Day markings on it. Always look superb when they flow out of Lakenheath. So the LN, that stands for Lakenheath 219 Squadron, and then the Liberty is for the Liberty Wing, which is the Lakenheath Fighter Wing. Obviously different, they had red, yellow and blue, which is not shown. So this is the Academy 172 D-Day 75th anniversary model. And let's get into the box. So this is the USAF F-15E, and as you can see, so well, you might not know, but basically what you can see so far does not come with this kit. These are all extras that I wanted to add to make the aircraft look a bit more realistic. So we've got the res kit wheels, so obviously front and rear undercarriage wheels and tyres. You've got the centres there you have to cut out, and then just check part list, we've got a little photo etch ladder set. I've got a window mask, so to get all the details correct on the cockpit. And we have open nozzles, oh no, sorry, closed. So these are probably be a bit more realistic than what comes with the kit. And we've also got the 3D resin, basically ejector seats, which comes with a little bit more detail on them. And then we've got the sprues, so that's got the base, well, the rear half of the aircraft, the stabilizers, what else can we see? There's a few other bits and pieces there. Crew sprues, oh there's the seats. There's not a lot of detail on them. What we got here, this one, engines, turbines, surround for the engine exhaust. That's the top half. We've got, oh this is a lot of stuff on here. So we've got fuel pods, what's that? I think they're bombs. Yeah, a couple of missiles there. Oh yeah, look, there's the rears, the rear fins. So I am going to arm this aircraft just because I want it to look pretty special. More engine parts. So we've got engine exhausts, we've got open and closed. So, and they're not too bad on there, but I think mine have got, yeah, they've got a little bit more detail on them. So I've got the internal bits and pieces that operate them. And then there's the cockpit. A few little details to paint up there. The trouble is it's all so small, you know, once it's all put together you might not even see it. Then you've got the reconnaissance pods. That's the ends of the fuel pod sides, and that one's got the opening for the cannon. The nose and all the pylons, and obviously that's the top half of the fuselage. Don't actually know what that bit is, so it might be an infill piece of the wing actually. Yeah, so that will go in here. And then what else have we got? We've got obviously the wheels there, undercarriage, more framework, and obviously a little pamphlet of tools to use, instruction booklet. So again, like most air, oh actually starts with a fuselage. And the cockpit's on page 3. So yeah, obviously you build the nose and the front section up as a module. Yeah, those bits do go in there like I said. Here, obviously choose which nozzles you want to put on there. And the carriage, that's fitting all the pylons. And your choice of missiles, fuel pods, sort of thing. Air brake, open or closed. And there's a review of all your parts. So it's got here unused parts. Can't actually see anything that's might not be used. Yeah, unless it's those, but yeah, anyway, so obviously decal sheet, absolutely hundreds of tiny little decals. Yeah, little logos and stuff. Obviously no step, hundreds of those. Can't actually see any. Oh, there's the decals for the cockpit. Can't see any for the actual main cockpit operational. No, there can't be any. So yeah, it's all the markings. And then this is, so that's your decal sheets. And then you've got the yellow version or the red version. So like I say, there was a blue one. Obviously this kit may have been done before that was made, but I would have thought they'd all been made at the same time. So yeah, that's that kit. Don't know when I'm going to get around to doing it because it's going to be quite detailed. I've got a couple of others to finish first. So yeah, hope you like this tour. and the look through that kit. And if you do, please push the like and subscribe button, and I will hope to do more. Thanks again. Bye bye.